Good Monday morning, meaties. We are back on schedule. We're back at it. Hey, how's it going? Hey, everybody. Shout out to Aurora Bilth for being the first one to chat this morning. This is your weekly live stream with horror news and channel updates. How y'all doing? It's 9:02. It's 4:21. Isn't it great to be alive on a Monday morning in Meatyville? James, did you see the cat video I sent to Slack? No, Michael, I did not wake up and watch cat videos sent to Slack. That's not what I did. I was reading about the Pope. Sorry. It's kind of essential? Okay. I'll bump the Pope news for the cat video you sent to Slack, Michael. Thank you. Today's mug is, I mean, you know it, you love it. It's probably my most used mug. TBH. It's Beleg Day. Oh, did I get it? Oh, no, it's that way. Conclave marketing is going crazy. That's what I said during Oscar season when he fell ill. Old Frankie got, sick. Right? Or he had a fall or something. But it was during Oscar season. I was like, man, fucking Conclave. Going hard. Turns out he needed to make it till Easter. And he peaced out. He was a good one, right? Remember the guy before him? Y'all remember the previous Pope? Emperor Palpatine? Emperor Palpatine? Remember that guy? He was only there for like he was there for like 2 years or something. Benedict, yeah. How long did Benedict serve, man? He retired. Popes don't even do that. But that guy was like, literally, when you start searching, the first thing that comes up is Emperor Palpatine. Is he still around? Or did he tap out? Oh, he was around for 8 years. He was Pope for 8 years. I guess that's not super short. Frankie had it for 12. Oh, and then he died he died New Year's Eve 2022. Wow. Thanks, narrator Nicholas. But yeah, if you haven't seen Conclave, check that out. It's a great movie. It's really good, really funny, really interesting, and it'll show you all about the process that's going to happen now to choose a new pope. Really good movie, though. Of course, will I try to be the new pope? I won't. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and offer. I'm withdrawing from the race right now. I know there were a lot of people hoping that I would get it. I think Lithgow was in support. James would not be a good pope, FYI. From Fortnite God. Fortnite God said I wouldn't be a good pope. What? Dog. Just because you said that, now I got to do it. Now I have to prove you wrong. Why wouldn't I be a good pope, dude? I'd be a good pope. What do you gotta do to be pope? Bless some bread? Shuffle some priests around? I'd get to ride in the Pope Mobile, Caleb points out. That'd be great. I, of course, watched WrestleMania this weekend. Anyone else partake? Real fun dichotomy of the 2 days. Day one was pretty sleepy most of the time until an incredible main event. One of the greatest things I've seen in wrestling. It was awesome. Absolutely loved that main event. That triple threat for the World Heyman Weight Championship. That Paul on a pole match. It was phenomenal. Loved it. So good. Night 2 was the opposite. Great matches. Until later on in the night. And the main event was kind of a stinker. Do I have my ATV license? There might be an opening. Dude, for anyone who doesn't know, Stone Cold showed up yesterday at WrestleMania. The glass shatters. The crowd goes wild. We're waiting for a second. And then he rolls in on a fucking ATV. And he is speeding down that ramp. It's a long WrestleMania ramp. And he is speeding down that thing. And then he starts riding around the ring. Not a lot of space for error there. They even have the steps up on the side just for him to get the tiniest bit of space. Run around there. And then he crashed into the banister, dude. He crashed into the barricade. He's doing laps around the ring, and I'm like, I know he's had some beers. I don't know if this is the best idea. And he fucking crashed right into the barricade. And apparently some woman got, I don't know how hard she got hit, but he was over there talking to her, and then he went and did the thing he had to do, and then when he came back, the fucking president of WWE, like, Nick Khan, he's not a character or anything. He's like grown-up business WWE. He was over there talking to that lady. So, I don't know what exactly happened to her, but I'm guessing she gets free merch for life. I don't know, dude. But the funniest comment I said was, it was something like, nothing like being apologized to for getting hit by a vehicle by an old guy drenched in beer. Because he like, after his thing, he fucking does his beer thing where he's pouring them all over himself. And then he gets out of the ring and goes talk to the lady he just maybe hit with an ATV, dude. Oh, man. Not great. Yeah, no, the main event was disappointing with the whole Travis Scott thing. It was the stupidest fucking thing. Allow me to rant. We'll get to the horror news in just a second. Allow me to rant here. One, having Travis Scott involved in one of the biggest storylines of the year, of the decade even, with John Cena's heel turn and retirement, is just it's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. I understand. He's a huge artist. I get it. He brings new eyes to the product. Whatever. Don't have him stand in the background during Cena's historic win with the 17th championship. But worse than that, dude, is the fact that during the match, his music hits, and Cena starts, like, laughing like Travis Scott is some secret weapon that he's gonna use to win the match. Travis Scott, who, listen, I'm not saying I could fight, dude could probably beat me up, whatever. Looking at him compared to wrestlers, he does not look intimidating. So one, he's not a fucking physical threat. Two, he takes like 10 minutes to walk down to the ring, during which the whole time Cody's like, rolling around, and Cena's just like, hey, look at what I have, Travis Scott. Travis Scott gets to the ring, and then what is Cena's kayfabe plan here? Because he holds Cody up for Travis to hit Cody, with the ref looking right at him. If that were to happen, Cody would win by disqualification, Cena wouldn't win the belt. What the fuck is the stupid fucking thing? Like, what the fuck? What is John Cena's in-universe plan to have Travis Scott disqualify? It's so fucking dumb, dude. And then, sure, it's great to see Cody do a fucking crossroads on Travis Scott. That's fun, whatever the fuck. But, like, the rest of the match doesn't need his involvement at all. We could have had the heel turn, even with the Cody being like, I don't want to hit you with the belt. Dude, Cody, you were like beating up AJ Styles with steel steps less than a year ago. Now just because some balding movie stars telling you to do it. It's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid. Especially coming after the night one main event, which was phenomenal. It was so good. All the feels. To get this bullshit, man, it's dumb. I've just been a little jaded with the type of marketing WWE's been doing lately. The type of people they're targeting, I guess. I don't know. It kind of sucks. Anyway, fucking Travis Scott. Come on. And then Rock couldn't even be arsed to show up. Jesus Christ. Get out of here. Anyway, let's talk about horror news. And great news is Sinners. Holy shit, Sinners, y'all. Y'all see it? Go see it. We saw it. We saw it opening night. It's awesome. Michael saw it twice. We are probably seeing it a second time this week in true IMAX over at City Walk, 70mm. That's what we're looking to do. And our hope is to see it a second time and then cover it on the podcast next week, because we can't stop thinking about this movie, dude. This movie is so fucking great. And thankfully, its greatness is being rewarded at the box office. Now, a lot of times people say people just want to see good original movies. Make good original movies and people go to the theater. No. I'm sorry, man. That's absolving the theater-going audience way too much. Because you know what movies make money? Is all the sequels and the franchises and shit, okay? So many good original movies come out and don't make money, and people don't see them, whether it's due to lack of interest or due to poor marketing. Regardless, it's not a case of good movies make money, bad movies don't. That's so simplistic and dumb. Thankfully, though, Sinners is both great and successful. It's fucking kicking ass. I'm so happy for it. Probably that Coogler Jordan magic happening. It is, in fact, post-COVID, it is the highest opening weekend for an original movie. Now, by original movie, what we mean is a film that's not a sequel or an IP. Oppenheimer would beat this, but technically Oppenheimer's based on a book. So, as far as movies that come out of nowhere, aren't based on a pre-existing property or book or franchise, Sinners is now, post-COVID, because post-COVID is a different world than pre-COVID, especially at the movie theater, is now has the highest opening domestic weekend. You know what the previous winner was for that? Was Nope. So Black Horror, good shit. Black Horror, good shit, man. Both those movies I love. They're in fact, this is the highest opening for an original movie since Jordan Peele's Us in 2019. That was pre-COVID. That made $71 million in the weekend. Sinners is coming in just under 50. Again, totally different world post-COVID. Like Sinners would be nominated for Best Original Screenplay Oscar. I think Sinners is a layup for the Oscars. It's a layup. It is the easiest thing to have Sinners at the Oscars, dude. Critical acclaim. 99% or whatever on Rotten Tomatoes. Doing well at the box office. They want people to watch the Oscars, so they want to nominate movies that people have seen. It doesn't have to be the biggest movies. We're not talking nominate Minecraft for shit. But, you know, Anora, I believe, is the lowest grossing Best Picture winner. Maybe ever, or it's one of them. But they nominated stuff like Wicked and Dune, movies that people saw and got excited over. I think they're trying to move away from the early 2020s trend, which again was impacted by COVID, of just going with the art house movies and not nominating any big. But again, I mean, one of the things I'm thinking of as my thoughts just kind of tumble out, late 2010s, early 2020s, a lot of the highest grossing films, the box office was just kind of like cannibalized by the MCU and superhero movies. And as entertaining as those may be, they're not really, they're not Oscar movies. Black Panther got nominated, right? So like when they were exceptional, the Oscars tried to make it, but like, because so much of the box office was being dominated by movies that just, they're not gonna get nominated for Oscars. And that's okay. Not every movie needs to be an Oscar movie. But now that superhero movies have, taken it down a notch, they aren't completely dominating everything and taking up all the oxygen in the room, there's more room for movies like Wicked or other films to make some money, Barbie. And now, because those are good, they get to get nominated for Oscars. Which is great because, like I said, the Oscars want to nominate popular movies. They just don't want to lower their standards to nominate the most popular movies. So anyway, all that's to say, Sinners, great critically, great at the box office. I think it's a fucking layup. I think we're talking best picture, screenplay, definitely music. Music is fantastic. Original song. What I think is interesting is that even if it doesn't get a specific acting nom for best leading or supporting actor or actress, this year will be the first year that the new casting Oscar is going to be in play. And I think that everyone can agree that Sinners, even if no individual actor will be amongst the 5 best performances of the year, the ensemble is phenomenal. And I think that it's a layup for that. Especially with that new actor who plays the lead, Sammy. So good. Yeah, I think this is Delroy Lindo. Is that his name? Or are you just saying names? Oh, Miles Canton. That sounds right. That sounds more right. Breakout performance. Fantastic. So good. So fucking good, dude. So, yeah, I loved Sinners. We're going to see it again. We're planning to cover it on the podcast unless something goes wrong. I don't want to say anything specific about the movie. Delroy Lindo was Delta Slim. Delta Slim was hilarious. Yeah, the entire cast was so fucking good. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything about the movie in case people haven't seen it, but make sure you do. It's so good. Anyway, doing great at the box office. Really proud of it. I hope that continues. I think it's going to leg out. I think that word of mouth is going to have it leg out. Oh, also, this is awesome. It is the first horror movie, this says in over 35 years, to receive an A Cinema Score. If you're a fan of the podcast, you may have caught our episode about Cinema Score, where I explained to Chelsea and our audience what Cinema Score is, how it works. Cinema Score is basically a survey of opening day audience members and asking them how much they enjoyed the movie. And it's kind of like IMDb rankings, where it's like, it doesn't really go from F to A. It's more of like if you get a B, your movie's in trouble. So, like, you're hoping for, like, a B+, A-, A. Horror is on a different scale. It's kind of its own thing. So, like, a B for horror is kind of like an A for anything else. Sinners got an A, which is awesome. Other horror movies that have gotten an A, if you count it, the Goosebumps movie from 2015, kind of like a family-friendly horror movie, so some people don't count it. Aliens got an A, which is definitely horror, but it's more like action horror. Oh, wait, did FNAF get an A or an A-? I thought FNAF got an A-. Thanks, Joe Bisler. And I think what they're referring to with the 35 years is Poltergeist. Poltergeist got an A. Would that be right? No, that'd be 43 years. What are they talking about then? Does it say? In over 35 years, it doesn't say which one it was. Anyway, no, Substance did not get an A. Because you got to think of people who... Silence of the Lambs got A-. Silence of the Lambs got an A-, right? No, Shining would have gotten way low, dude. Lost Boys, I think, was an A-, but... Yeah, it's a weird ranking system. It's, 1990 was... Child's Play 2, that was an A-. So getting an A as a horror movie is so rare. So rare. But this did it, dude. And I think, and usually the significance of Cinema Score is that it seems to be the ranking and rating system that best correlates with a movie's box office performance. So the higher the Cinema Score, the more likely it will succeed at the box office. So an A for Sinners, that bodes well for it legging out, and I hope it does. Also, I think last week I mentioned that there was a report about how much money it needed to make to be profitable, and that's highly disputed now. So forget what I said last week about I think it was like a $300 million figure. In fact, one of the reasons that might have been brought up and given such a high bar is apparently some studio executives are freaking out about this deal Ryan Coogler made for the film. Mostly that in 2050, the rights to the movie go back to him. That never happens with filmmakers. This article mentions a few other specific times where it does. Stuff like Passion of the Christ with Mel Gibson, because it was like, he self-financed it. It was kind of a risky movie to make. Quentin Tarantino will get ownership of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in a couple of decades. But that's because that's with Miramax, and he basically, made that company successful. But the studios always retain ownership of the movies that they produce. So the fact that Coogler was able to talk his way into getting the rights to his movie in 2050 apparently has some execs freaking out. I don't know how accurate that is, because this is AV Club, and they're talking about a Vulture article, which is a page not found. That's great. This is the most fucking New Yorker page not found drawing I have ever seen. Holy shit. You can imagine the guy who drew this picture, man. He's got some thick glasses. He's got a thick beard. He's wearing a corduroy. He's doing his crossword. Maybe, a few decades ago, he'd be smoking a cigarette. Now, maybe he's got a vape pen. Maybe he's got a vape pen right now, but... Anyway, it's a very unusual deal. It's also interesting that it's Coogler's only, his fifth movie, dude? Did that say Pope Not Found? No, it said Page Not Found. Y'all are just willing some weird shit into existence, man. The Stoned Otaku said WB needs Ryan. Ryan doesn't need WB. That's probably a factor, because this was with Warner Brothers, which has been having some issues lately, the past few years. So when he made this deal, they were probably like, yeah, whatever, fine, just make your fucking movie. And, I mean, it's working out for them right now, because, they're the first studio, they did some weird box office benchmark, first studio to have 2 movies make over 40 million in a weekend, in some amount of time, with Minecraft and Sinners. Ben sent the article link. Oh, Ben sent the link. It's just bad on AV Club's site. The article still exists. Oh, Ben sent it here. That is, yeah. I'm not even on. Oh, I did click it in YouTube. Thanks, Froggy Fresh. Am I not allowed to read this? I'm not allowed to read this. I've reached my monthly article limit. I'm sorry. I'm not allowed to read this. But that is, thanks for trying, Ben. Producer, brand manager Ben, who makes these live streams happen. Also in the chat, social media coordinator Michael, who has so desperately and patiently waited for us to film some social stuff that we said we would film last week, and then we have not, because it's been a busy week. And I apologize, Michael. We were supposed to film some stuff with our treats from Scotland that we have not yet, but I am nothing if not a patient man. Bless you for it. Maybe Michael for new pope. He's got the patience down. Yeah, this is Coogler's only 5th movie, right? Did he only do the one Creed? He did 2 Black Panthers, Fruitvale Station, Creed, and this? Did he do any of the Creed sequels? Fruitvale, Creed, 2 Black Panthers, yeah. Okay. I haven't seen Creed, I haven't seen the Black Panther sequel, and unfortunately I haven't seen Fruitvale, but I understand that he is rocking quite the record. Oh, it is Fruitvale. Oh, thanks, Ben. I thought it was. I'm not the crazy one, you're the crazy one, Fruitvale. You fucking idiots. Who did the second? I know 3 was Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, who did Creed 2? Even the chat doesn't know. Chat's usually the source of wisdom. And even the chat's like, who the fuck did Creed 2? Stephen Capel Jr. Stephen Capel Jr.? The guy that did Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Okay. And you know what's crazy too? Is Coogler's like, he's like 38. Oh, wow. Man, some people are just that talented, dude. He's so young for 5 movies that all are like 90+% Rotten Tomatoes. Like, oh man, crazy. That guy's gonna have quite the career. Sinners makes me want to go back and watch Fruitvale and Creed. For sure. His next project is apparently a really scary reboot of The X-Files. He said this on the last podcast on the left, which is hilarious. I love that they got an interview with him. But he has said that he wants to do something with X-Files. It is immediately next on his schedule. Stay tuned for more. I never really watched X-Files. Just passed me by. I think as a very young kid, the theme music scared me, as I'm sure was the case with many people. It's a scary-ass theme. Is that one of the scariest themes ever? Just music-wise. Especially for a TV show. You take movies out of the mix. X-Files has got to have one of the scariest opening musics, right? Unsolved Mysteries? Arthur TV theme. Twilight Zone? I think X-Files is scarier, dude. Twin Peaks opening creeping you out. That's valid, Kieran. All right, let's move on from Cooglerverse. This is big news for Zoran. The Tremors creators have won back the script rights. Talking about movie rights. Look at that. Stampede Entertainment, which made Tremors and the first 3 sequels, have won back the rights to the original script for 1990. So that's director Ron Underwood, writers Brent Maddock and S.S. Wilson, and producer Nancy Roberts. That allows them to have creative control over the future of the franchise, since Universal made the last 3 ones with Jamie Kennedy and John Heder, which we know Zoran loves. It's time to go back to Bixby, baby. Bixby. I hope if they make this, I hope Zoran's able to get a little role in it. That'd be cool. That'd be so good. And they are talking about, they want to do a Return to Perfection sequel. They're not going to reboot it. They said they're not going to remake the first movie, and it's not going to be their original script for Tremors 5, and we are considering ideas that feature the return of Kevin Bacon as Vale. My hope is that they maintain the continuity, just because I like it when series, as messy as they get, I like it when they maintain their continuity, so I hope they don't decanonize the Universal sequels, but are able to retcon Bert's death. You gotta bring him back. Give him a real send-off alongside Kevin Bacon. It sucks that Fred Ward's not around anymore, R.I.P. He would have been nice to have in this reunion if it happens, but it'd be good to have Burt Gummer bring Reba back. What's she up to? I feel like I saw her recently in the news, right? What's she doing around? Reba McEntire. Probably cheering for her brother Drew. Just kidding. They're not related. I spelled it the Drew way. But that's not how... Really? That's spelled like Mac entire? Like the entire Mac? I did not know that. I just assumed it was the Scottish warrior. She was on Young Sheldon? Jeez, this is a long fucking Wikipedia article, man. Oh, she just sang the national anthem. Anyone say that? She's a single mom, James. She's working 2 jobs. Oh, I thought you were being serious. What if she had half a Mac? Reba semi-tire? No, Mac and semi? Mac? Just looking up Reba's Wikipedia article. Oh, she is creating a new comedy for NBC. Happy's Place. Look at that. Oh, it already premiered. Look at that. She's active. That's nice. Jessica Chastain to star in Rob Savage horror film. Rob Savage came to prominence with Host, followed it up with Dashcam. So he's making a new movie with Atomic Monster, which is James Wan's production company. And Jessica Chastain will be starring in it, acting in it. I'm assuming starring. You don't get Jessica Chastain and push her down to 4th build. You put that name on the poster, dude. It is being written by a Succession writer, Nathan Elston, and it's based on a novel called Incidents Around the House by Josh Mallerman. Last night when I was reading this article ahead of time, I ordered that book because I just finished Never Lie. Anyone read Never Lie? Who wrote Never Lie? I read that in one day, but to be fair, it was the day when I was flying back from Scotland, so I was on a plane for like 15 hours with layovers. So, by Frida McFadden. I read this because Kayla Becker recommended it on her Instagram. So, oh yeah, I think I mentioned this last year, didn't I? Or last week? I think I did mention this last week, but this is a good one. Check this out. It's a short, easy read. It's got some good Gone Girl-like twists and stuff. I just saw Drew Barrymore on that page. So this movie is based on this book that I just ordered and will try to read, and the story revolves around a haunting told from the perspective of a young girl whose troubled family is targeted by an entity she calls Other Mommy. Kind of like Coraline. Yeah, Jessica Chastain, she was in Mama and It, Chapter 2. Cool. I never know what to do with casting news. I'm like, oh yeah, this person's gonna be in a thing that you probably will forget about for the next year until it comes out. Hey, guess what? I tried to go to a Fangoria article, and look, this shit happened. I ain't clicking shit. Why is this happening? Does this happen for anyone else if they click a Fangoria article? I'm like, so I start to read it. Rejoice, new Godzilla video games are on the way. Cool. All right. Great. And then this happens, dude. It like freaks out. Is it gonna go somewhere? Is this happening for anyone else? Because again, this happens on my computer downstairs and up here. Yep, happens to me, said Ghost. Okay, so it's not just me. Do I have an ad blocker on? I don't think so. And normally it's not just this like blank page. Normally it goes to some like real shady looking shit. I don't think it's an ad blocker, because it goes to, now of course, like we said last year, and there is a German word for this phenomenon about you have a tech problem until someone comes to look at it and then it doesn't work. But it goes to some shady shit, not just a blank page. I mean, you saw that one page where it was like, click here to prove you're not a robot. And I'm like, okay, thanks, robot. I'm sure to do that. So I guess we won't learn about Godzilla. Sorry. It only happens on the Fangoria website, yeah. I'm going to have to hit up Angel. I'm really going to have to, like, text Angel and be like, hey, why's your website? She's the digital editor of Fangoria and a good friend of mine. My Overlook Film Festival buddy. Does clearing the website cache do anything? I ain't about to do all that. Joe Hill's The Black Phone gets a signed limited edition release. So this is the short story that the film is based upon. We got the sequel coming out this year. And the original short story will have a very nice looking and very expensive deluxe edition from Suntup with a afterword by C. Robert Cargill, who of course adapted the short story in screenplay form for the film, and 4 color illustrations by award-winning artist Reiko Murakami. They are printed letterpress from metal type and signed by the author and artist. So it looks real nice. Like, look at this. This is a real nice thing to put on your shelf. Real nice conversation piece. But I do believe it's $150. But if you want it, there it is. What's this? Jamie Flanagan, who is Mike's sibling, I guess just sold 2 novels to Simon & Schuster. Good for them. I briefly met Jamie at the same Hysteria after party that I first met Anna Laurie at after seeing the pilot, because Jamie has not only written for Mike's shows, Midnight Mass, The Fall of the House of Usher, but they've also written for Hysteria. They were on the writing staff for Hysteria, also Creepshow. They're now working on Carrie. So, very talented staff writer and Bram Stoker award-winning author. Oh, I didn't know they're an actor. I think they've shown up in Mike's stuff before. So, yeah, in case you didn't feel untalented enough, just know that both Flanagans are super productive and talented. When does that family even sleep? Yeah, right? Guess it's genetic. But good for them. They are, I look forward to reading these books. Deserters, set in a post-World War II Italy, following 2 priests as they find a mission descend into horror, and an untitled second novel about a young woman uncontrollably flitting through time, which is based on their short story, Moira. You guys see this? The Slashing of the Christ. New movie. Produced by Greg Nicotero. Co-written by Paul Soter, who is from Broken Lizard, did Super Troopers, Beer Fest, and Club Dread. And Spencer Charnas, frontman of Ice Nine Kills. I don't know any details about this. I don't know what kind of movie it's going to be. I don't know what kind of budget they're looking for. Spencer's a hard one to get. Like, Spencer and I text a lot. We're good buddies. He's always on fucking tour, dude. He's always on tour. I always want to hang out with him. He's always out of the state, out of the country. Going around on tour. What a life. What a life that guy leads. But now apparently he's making a movie. Co-wrote a movie with Paul Soter. I haven't seen Club Dread. Or maybe I have, but like, you know, wasn't in the condition to remember it. I don't think I've seen it. It's always gotten requests for kill counts. Ever since I started the channel, there have always been a small group of people asking for a kill count for Club Dread. This movie got an $8 million budget. This would never happen nowadays. Maybe it would. I don't know. I'm just so used to horror movies with the Blumhouse model getting like $5 million. Yeah, it's Broken Lizard. Yeah. It's the Super Troopers guys. Eric Cox is one of them, the one that people are always requesting. Oh, MC Gainey from Lost. Anyway, that guy helped Spencer write Slashing of the Christ. Being produced by Greg Nicotero, legend, absolute legend, alongside Brian Whitten, who is Greg Nicotero's producing partner and who also produced Final Destination, and Chris Nielsen, who did The Dirt. Oh, that's right, Spencer's tour is with fucking Fred? Oh, man. I gotta get me in one of those shows. Does anyone know if Hot Sauce Summer is still happening on the podcast this year? Asked Brian Hill. We hope to. We plan to. We hope to. Indie slasher game Night Shift gets 16mm film adaptation. So this was a game from 2018, a retro-style indie horror game. And now it's getting a movie shot on 16mm, so it'll be grimy. That's cool. It follows a young woman working the overnight shift at a gas station. That's a creepy setting. And the game looks like this, if you're interested at all. Very retro, very throwback. It's giving mouth-washing a little bit. Anyone play this? Any good? What's going on with Markiplier's horror movie? Feels like that's been years in the making. That's what happens with movies, dude. That's what happens with movies. It'll be fine. It'll come out. So will Stuckman's. Those are being made. Don't worry about it. Movies take time. It's in post. Iron Lung. Apparently it's in post. It'll come out. Bendy and the Ink Machine coming to new gen systems, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. Never played this, but I know that it's big. Real big with the kids. And it'll be on those. It's getting an update, current gen update on those systems. Is that any good? Is it fun? Is it long? Oh yeah, the movie version being made by Andre Overdell who did Last Voyage of the Demeter and Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I told Zorn to do a Bendy kill count. I told him kids like this. Wow, that's a fucking kill count font if I've ever seen one. Holy shit. I think that's one of our fonts, dude. Not one of our fonts, one of the fonts that we use. Right? I mean, you see kill count fonts pop up everywhere. Because you search horror fonts. And then, just like I did in 2017. Holiday slasher movie Sweetest Day has Catherine Corcoran in the cast. And Kelly Maroney from Chopping Mall. Write the comment. I'll support anything that Catherine does. Love her. She's great. Production is wrapped on the film, which shot in Ohio. That's why she was in Ohio. I remember inviting her to stuff and her saying she was in Ohio and me being like, that sucks. Fuck you, Ohio. Just kidding. Not really. Haha. Survival girl Mindy prepares for the battle of her life against the undead Confederate soldier that nearly killed her once before. Okay. holiday themed over Sweetest Day, which I didn't realize prominently observed in the Midwest. I had Sweetest Day growing up. Did y'all have Sweetest Day? I didn't know that was a Midwest thing. I just assumed that was a everywhere thing. Sweetest Day? Yeah, Cora asking what Sweetest Day is. Colorless Angels, doesn't know. Noah Nelson as a Minnesotan, never heard of it. Wow. Really? No one heard of Sweetest Day. In the Midwest? What? I had no idea it was so regional. It has been referred to as a Hallmark holiday or a concocted promotion created by the candy industry. Yeah, that checks out. I don't know, I remember it just being a day where, like, in high school, you gotta be like, fuck. Gotta do something for my girlfriend. It was started in Cleveland, so you Ohioans who are saying you've never heard of it, you're not being very good Ohioans. Not that there are any such thing. Haha, fuck off. Midwest Valentines, yeah. Basically, I guess. Regional importance. Oh, okay, there it goes. Retail Confectioners International, oh, it's a whole fucking organization, describes the observance as much more important for candy makers in some regions than in others. Detroit and Cleveland being the biggest, sweetest day. Maybe if you're a Cincy type of Ohioan, a down south Ohioan, maybe you're not familiar, but Clevelanders get it. It's the Great Lakes region. Wow, I had no idea that was like a regional thing. The more you learn. Temu Valentine's Day. That's right. There you go. I wonder if it's also just a thing where maybe it's not as celebrated now. Maybe it's not as promoted now as it was when I was growing up. Just because, I mean, that just seems like such a quaint pre-internet thing, right? Sweetest Day. I'm sure kids don't fucking care about Sweetest Day. As they shouldn't. All right, that's the news coming out this weekend. Free Waka. I'm probably saying that so poorly. It's an Irish film. I keep hearing things about this. I think it played at Overlook, but we didn't catch it. So it's one that has been on my radar, and I want to watch, but I haven't. I don't know anything about it. I like to go into movies blind, so I'm not going to learn about it, but it comes out completely. Does that mean streaming or theaters? I think this is a streaming on Shudder, but it is a cool poster. It is a cool poster. So that'll be streaming on... Oh, now? No? Now? When's that? Now? Maybe. And then Until Dawn comes out on Friday. Until Dawn. The movie that Until Dawn video game fans have been looking so forward to. They're so supportive of what this movie has done with the material. It is Cabin in the Woods vibes. Absolutely, for sure. I had a good time. We hosted a screening. With cast, with filmmakers. It was a big thing, so that is so take my word on it or not. But I'll tell you what I thought of the movie. We saw it on Wednesday, again, it was a paid screening too. I'll say that up front. We were paid to host this very large event, which was awesome. We got to talk to the cast, doing an Instagram live thing. So factor all that in to what I say about the movie. The movie, great cast, really loved them. Not just because we talked to them ahead of time. There's a lot of on-screen chemistry that comes through. A lot of very funny line deliveries. They're very good at like throwing away lines is what it's called when you just kind of like say something offhandedly in a way that sounds very natural. And for comedy lines, it makes it very funny. So great cast. Great kills. Great kills, dude. It'll definitely get a Best Kill nomination at the Horror Awards next year. I'm assuming, because there are just so many options. It's like we're watching this, and in my head, I'm like, was that no, maybe that one. And then near the end, there's another one where I'm like, maybe that one. So a lot of really good kills, and it's a fun movie to see in theaters. And it's funny too. Like, because of the cast, it is a fun time at the movies. I think if you see it in theaters, it gets a lot of, at least with our crowd, there were a lot of vocal reactions. It's one of those movies where, like, what's fun about it is, so if you don't know the premise, it takes place in the universe of the game, which it does. It does take place in the universe of the game. There are references to the game, and I won't say more than that. But it is obviously, like, not the game, which I support. I liked the game. I'm not like the biggest, craziest Until Dawn fan, but the game was already pretty cinematic. It was mocap with known actors. It was a good storyline. So to me, if you just took that and did a live action version of it, you would just be rewatching something you've already seen. So I like that they came up with something different. I understand if you're a big fan of the game and it's too different for you, because it's also a thing where, you know, this could have been its own movie, but they did put the Until Dawn name on it, mostly as a way to try to bank off the known IP. Is it like the Child's Play reboot in that sense? Maybe. But again, that movie wasn't bad. I just disagreed with the way that it was done with regards to the Child's Play creator, Don Mancini. But with this, Michael says it's the same as how the Mario movie or the Sonic movies are not one-to-one to the games. I don't think it's the same, because those games don't have as much of a narrative. So you get more freedom to take the elements of Sonic and Mario and do a movie with them with an original story. Until Dawn, I can see if you're a big fan of the game and the story, feeling betrayed that it's not that story, because it already exists. But, like I said, for me, if you want to watch that story, just play the game. This is a different thing. I totally understand it if you're not into it. I think it's a fun time. I think it's very much like a Final Destination tone of a movie. Like, it's fun, it's got great kills. The premise of it, if you've seen any of the trailers, you know, they keep getting killed by different things and it resets them, which is a very video game-like thing. And the only way to get out of this loop is to survive until dawn. It allows the opportunity to have a bunch of different horror tropes and styles and monsters within a single movie. And the other fun thing is that these characters, who personally I enjoyed and found them very likable people, very funny, it allows them to get killed in the most brutal ways without it being sad. Because you know they're coming back to get killed in a different brutal way the next day. So that gives you more permission to, as these like horrible deaths are happening to these pretty likable people, it gives you permission to like laugh and have a good time. At our screening, these crazy like gory things were happening and people were just laughing. And not in a bad way. Not like, oh, that looks so bad or that's so dumb. Just in a release of a shared experience of like, oh my god, that's so gross, and laughing. Happy Death Day style. Happy Death Day, Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, Happy Death Day meets Cabin in the Woods. That's not bad. So yeah, I think it's a fun time. Again, I totally understand if you're, pissed about it, but I would say that, yeah, the oh my god shock laughing, for sure. So, I think if your only issue with it is that it's like not a one-to-one retelling of the game, but you like movies that have the same tone as I'm describing, very fun, very gory kills and stuff, I think give it a shot. You might surprise yourself. And even if you have to think of it as a different movie, I don't know, man. I think it's fun. Does it have a lot of practical effects? Yes, that is the other thing. It has so many practical effects. And in fact, director David F. Sandberg, who previously did Lights Out and the second Annabelle, and then he made the Shazam movies. But he has a YouTube channel, Pony Smasher, and he even uploaded to his YouTube channel. This is great, actually. Here, I'll share this with you. This is really cool of him to do, and we interviewed him and talked a bit about this. And this is spoiler free. He uploaded a video, the practical effects approach in Until Dawn, where he shows how he did some of the effects. It's really cool for anyone interested in effects work or practical stuff in movies. Obviously, he knows what he's doing. This is like a well-lit, good mic. That might be the same mic we use. So, like, it's great is that he knows how to communicate via YouTube like this. I mean, his channel he's had for a really long time. And he tries to do this more often, but like, so here is a shot that he recreated in the movie. This is like his test. This is his wife and a producer on the film and an actress. And he is showing, this is a shot. This is a kill that happens in Until Dawn. This was their test footage to see how they could do it practically. So that's the shot that they did. And then he shows how they did it. How they cut when the camera pans away, and when it pans back, it's a different shot of her with the thing in her back. And then she's able to stand up to make the rising effect. Like, it's so cool that he breaks down these relatively simple effects in a way that anyone can understand. And he does that again, like this worm that was in the trailer, that's practical. And he shows how they have the rig here. Like, that's a real worm. And they put it through the face, and then they just covered up they covered up this part with CG. They kind of flattened it. So, yes, for the people who asked about practical effects, all over this movie, which is really cool. Oh, there's Zoran in the chat saying this practical effects stuff is crazy. And like I had issues with the movie. I'm not gonna say it's a perfect movie, but the things that I'm saying are good about it, I legit loved about it. The cast, it's fun, it's funny, and the kills are fucking great. So if those things are what's important to you in a horror movie, I would recommend this. And especially I just like talking to him and the writer, Gary Dauberman, he wrote the It movies, a very experienced horror writer. We interviewed them, so I think we can segue. Oh, Chelsea's here. Are you serious? You brought me beans on toast? Yeah. Oh my god, this feels so heavy before my workout in a half hour, but
it's protein.
It's protein. Oh my god, my wife brought me beans and toast. Thank you, Chelsea.
I wanted some, and it's too much for just me.
Okay, no, thank you. That's awesome. Wow, British noises intensify. What the fuck did Scotland do to you? She just walks in here and she's like, I brought you beans on toast. Wow, I have to work out in a half hour, dude. Is this a good idea to eat? I don't think I can eat both. I'll eat one. Epic wife win. It is, isn't it? You were in Scotland for 1 weekend, but we were in London for 10 days in 2022. That was when the seed got planted. Scotland merely watered it. There's so many beans. The bean seed, yeah. When the bean got planted, yeah. Mighty May, man, that's right. Great meeting you too, man. Anyway, for Dead Meat News, we interviewed the director and writer of Until Dawn, and that interview will be out this week. I think we got a good amount of time with them. It's like 40 minutes, I think. It's a Zoom interview, but it was the morning after our screening. It's one of the reasons why this week has been so crazy. Wednesday morning, I had to go to Universal and film something that you might see over the summer. I got up at like 6 for that after going to bed at 4. So Tuesday night, I only got 2 hours of sleep. And then I got back from that, slept for 4 more hours, got up and went and hosted that screening. Did the after party for that. Went home, slept for a few hours, woke up and did this interview. So, and then I got a migraine. Then my body was like, all right, you're done. After all this fucking travel and all this shit, I had like a 5-hour migraine early Friday morning and it killed me, or Thursday morning, I don't know. Anyway, it kind of wiped me out for the week and I spent the weekend recovering, but I think I'm okay now. I got my beans on toast. It's so messy. Is there a neater way to eat this? Okay, so the Until Dawn interview is gonna come out. The next kill count is not the Until Dawn video game, Zoran. The next kill count this Friday is As Above, So Below. All right? Maybe get your head wrapped around our schedule, my man. Oh, your next kill count. I think you said the next kill count. Let's see. Let me see. I'm going to scroll up. We got records. You said next kill count is Until Dawn the game. Doesn't say nothing about my next kill count. That says next kill count is Until Dawn the game. You were responding to Deadpool 55. Well, I was responding to what I saw. The next kill count is As Above, So Below on Friday. After that, I'm a sassy bean boy.
Sassy bean.
After the As Above, So Below kill count on Friday, the next kill count after that will be the Until Dawn video game. That will be... that will be the last video game kill count until we come back from a hiatus. Video game kill counts, a lot of work. So they're going on a small break, a summer hiatus, to allow us to catch up on the work with them. Okay? It'll be back, I believe in September. I'm not sure. But just a hiatus for video game kill counts. You will still get movie kill counts, and they will be back. But doing them each month, they'll be back when they're back, says Ben, who controls the schedule and doesn't want us to promise anything that we can't fulfill right away. So you'll have another season of video game kill counts, but we just got to catch up on them. Right now, we keep falling behind on the work because it's so much playtime, all of that. You will still get movie kill counts consistently on the same schedule that they've been on so far this year. After the Until Dawn video game kill count, the next movie kill count after that is Puppet Master 2. Will that impact the rest of the schedule? It'll just mean, 2 kill counts instead of having that third video game one. I might try to do some simpler kill counts, like Puppet Master 2, like Maniac. But, man, look at those views on Maniac. I love how the comments are all like, this is great. This reminds me of early Dead Meat. What a great throwback kill count. The people who watch it like it. Are there not as many people watching it because people aren't interested? Or is it because YouTube's not pushing this movie that people don't know? I don't know. Regardless, whatever. I still very much enjoyed making it. I still love the episode. Ben said it was funny. And I love making those. So I'll keep doing them. And hopefully not hurt my channel by doing it. It sucks so much that you have to choose between that. Like, choose between what you want to do and choose between what will make the channel do well. It's fucking stupid. Finally, the big one. Horror Awards are on Saturday, yo. Horror Awards are this Saturday. We are less than a week away from the Dead Meat Horror Awards, guys. Get fucking pumped. They premiere on Saturday, April 26th at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's the kind of excitement I like to see. It will premiere on Dead Meat Presents, this channel that you're watching right now. It will also have a live screening in LA at Dynasty Typewriter. Is that sold out? Might be sold out. The in-person screening. You can also buy a live stream ticket to watch the show, and then after the live show, there will be a live panel discussion with me, Chelsea Zorin, and two guests, Chauncey and Rebecca McKendry. That will be visible for the live stream audience. I think digital ticket is $15. I'm not sure. And the live stream audience will be able to ask questions to us as a panel. That panel will end up going on Dead Meat Presents for free later. So the live stream tickets, it is being able to ask questions, and it is seeing that panel early. And I think we're gonna also do digital code giveaways for movies. So that's what you get when you join the paid live stream thing on Saturday. And if you don't want to pay, these are things that we have done for free before, and so we won't put them behind a paywall. The awards and the panel discussion, those are both things that were free last year, so we're not gonna put them behind a paywall. It'll just be, you'll wait a little bit longer to experience them. Live stream ticket is $15. You can see the link that Ben sent in the chat. Here it is. It's at Dynasty Typewriter, so check that out. Oh, this is for the live. Is this for the live show or the? Oh, purchase live stream ticket is here, and this is the general admission for the in-person thing. So if you want the live show, tickets here. But I believe I have accurately and fully explained the circumstances and conditions behind the live stream and everything, right? Am I missing anything? Anything else that we're doing for the paid live stream audience that will be exclusive to the paid experience, other than being able to ask the panel questions and the chance to win digital movie codes? No? Okay. Interactivity and digital codes about sums it up. Okay. Oh, Ben and Michael had another idea that they can discuss together. All right. Well, we have our weekly meeting today, so we can have that discussion. Great. I know the hymn trailer is out, but I gotta deal with this and my workout, so I'm feeling these already. Sorry, Orion. Okay. I think that's gonna be it for me. Anything else? Any other Dead Meat news I gotta mention? Waiting on the confirmation from Ben and or Michael as Zorn gets back to work on the Until Dawn video game kill count. Use cutlery, dude. What am I hitting today? Monday is chest day, best day, dude. It's the best part about Monday. Chest, tries, and shoulders, baby. Be on the lookout for presenter announcements, play-along ballots, and the Dead Meat Horror Awards menu. That's right, all those things are going to be happening this week. And trust me, wait, we're going to announce the presenters? I like having those as a surprise. We're going to see about that. We've got some great presenters this year, though. I say that every year, but it's true every year. There will be at least one person that you'll be like, oh, wow, they got them. It's cool. Okay. All right, I got to get down and... It's so soggy. Okay, thanks, guys. We will see you later. Bye.